What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, Trey, let's get into some MLB picks and props for Thursday, June 15th slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard. Start us off.
Yes, and I am 0 for 0 because we're recording before the game started, but I did give out the Los Angeles Dodgers -1.5 on the full game run line and the over 5 runs for the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the White Sox. I fully expect them to smash the over and to cover the 1.5 spread. So let's go Dodgers.
Yeah, Trey, I'm also 0-0. I have the Texas Rangers on the money line as my play against the Los Angeles Angels tonight. Hopefully we sweep the board. But Trey, let's take a look at our picks for tonight. Start us off.
Yes, I'm going to be attacking this Toronto Blue Jays at Baltimore Orioles game. This game's going to be really fun to watch, honestly. The AL East is starting to heat up with both these teams trying to fight for their wild card spot. And the Blue Jays, they have the 7th best record in the AL with a 37-31 record, 18-18 on the road, though. And the Orioles, they have the 2nd best record in the AL with a 42-24 record, 21-12 at home. But it's going to be tough for them to catch the Rays, but they've been matching them win for win for basically in the entire season. And the Orioles, they are the hotter team in this game. They've won 7 out of their last 10 games. So I'm going to be taking them on the money line in this game, and it's -122. So I absolutely love that. They are the better team. They're the home team. They're throwing out the better pitcher, and they have the better bats. So we have a lot of stuff working for us in this game. But Toronto, they are throwing out a good pitcher in Yusei Kikuchi, and he's pitched in 13 games for them this season, and he's turned that to a 6-2 record with a 4.34 ERA. But he has gotten lit up in 3 of his 7 road starts this season. He's allowing 5 or more runs in those 3 starts. So look for Baltimore to try to jump on him early. And Baltimore, they're throwing out Tyler Wells in this game, and he's pitched very consistently for them this season. And he's turned that to a 5-2 record with a 3.24 ERA. But he has been elite when it comes to pitching at home, though. In his 7 home starts, he has a 3-2 record with a 2.49 ERA. And he also has a very impressive .8 whip whenever he's pitching at home. So look for Tyler Wells to just limit the damage, because that's what he does this whole season, especially going up against this Toronto Blue Jays team. But like I said earlier, the Orioles, they also have the better bats. They have scored the 6th most runs in the entire MLB with an average of 5.06 per game. And the Blue Jays, they just find themselves outside the top 10. They're the 11th ranked scoring offense in baseball. They average 4.62 runs per game. So give me the home team in this game with the Orioles on the money line.
Yeah, sure. I like that play. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Detroit Tigers going up against the Minnesota Twins. I'm going to take the Twins here -1.5 on the run line. I'm also going to take them -0.5 on the first 5 for the Twins. This play boils down to 2 things. The first thing is that Matthew Boyd is on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. And the second thing is that Sonny Gray is on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. The Detroit Tigers sending out Matthew Boyd is why I love them on the first 5, because he has given up the majority of his runs this season before the 5th inning. He has been very poor this season pitching for the Detroit Tigers and has given up 39 runs this year in 58 innings of work. He has only made it past the 5th inning in 4 of his 12 starts this year, and I expect more of the same in this game against the Minnesota Twins. In his last start against the Diamondbacks, he allowed 5 runs, giving up 6 hits as well in that game. He is coming into this game in poor form, and the Twins could use a healthy dose of runs to boost their confidence. And speaking of confidence, Sonny Gray will be holding the Tigers off for the Twins. He was lights out to start the season, giving up just 3 earned runs in his first 6 starts. But over the last 7 starts, he hasn't been able to repeat the performances he had in the beginning of the season. I think this is a great opportunity for him going up against a poor Detroit Tigers offense. He is coming into this game after a good outing against the Toronto Blue Jays, where he allowed just 1 earned run, but he was able to only work 5 innings in that game. Expect Sonny Gray to pitch 6+ innings in this game and shut down the Tigers. My 2 plays will be the Twins on the run line -1.5 and the Twins on the first 5 -0.5. Trey, let's take a look at our player props from yesterday. Start us off.
Yes, and another 0 for 0 for you guys to look at, because I gave out Ryan McMahon over 6.5 fantasy score versus the Red Sox, and Reed Detmers over 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Rangers. McMahon, he's one of Bears' favorite players, which makes him one of my favorite players too. So I hope he cashes, because that's what he's been doing for Bear all season long. And with Reed Detmers, all season long, he's been allowing a lot of runs. Going up against the best team in MLB at scoring runs in the Rangers, it should be no different.
Yeah, Trey, my 2 plays are also 0-0. I have Marcus Semien over 1.5 bases. Then I also had Austin Gomber, who did close at under 3.5 earned runs going up against the Red Sox. that game is in a rain delay. So hopefully that doesn't throw him off, but we'll see. Hopefully we sweep the board, Trey. Let's look at our picks for tonight. Start us off.
Yes, I'm going to be attacking Mr. Consistent here with Freddie Freeman over 8.5 fantasy score versus the White Sox. If it comes out at 9, I still love it because Freeman, he's enjoyed a very nice 7-game stretch here. In his last 7 games, he's batting .375 with 9 hits, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 9 runs scored in his last 24 at-bats. So I definitely expect him to carry this momentum into this game versus the White Sox because they're throwing out Dylan Cease in this game. And Cease, he's been lit up in his 6 road starts. And in those games, he has a 5.34 ERA. And he has turned that into pitching 30 road innings while allowing 29 hits and 10 walks. He has just been allowing a ton of base runners whenever he's pitching on the road. And Freeman, he has faced Cease in 3 plate appearances in his career, and he's turned that to a .667 batting average with 2 RBIs. So Freeman should definitely keep that same energy in this game versus Cease. So give me Freddie Freeman to go over the 8.5 fantasy score versus the White Sox.
Yeah, Trey, for my batting prop tonight, I'm going with Trey Turner over 1.5 bases going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks. After a very poor start to the season for Turner, he has picked it up over the last week and a half of baseball. He has brought his .232 batting average to a .249 batting average after he collected 12 hits in the last 8 days. He has 4 multi-hit games as well in that time, and he will be getting a good matchup in this game going up against Rain Nelson. Nelson is coming off a dominant performance against the Detroit Tigers where he went 5 2/3 innings, giving up 0 earned runs and 4 hits. But in my opinion, I think a lot of people do that against the Tigers. So going back another game for Nelson, he has given up 8 earned runs in his last 2 starts. He was unable to get anything going against quality batting teams, and the Philadelphia Phillies are a quality batting team this season. The big thing for Nelson in those 2 games is that he did give up 14 hits in just 9 2/3 innings of work, and that is what I'd love to see for Turner in this game. He should find a couple balls to hit against the Diamondbacks going up against Nelson. So give me Trey Turner over 1.5 bases as my first play. Trey?
Yes, I'm going to be going back to the well with Tyler Wells under 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Blue Jays. Wells, he's really enjoyed a nice 2023 season. I was personally introduced to him after his first start because I was absolutely baffled at Baltimore because they pulled him out whenever he was pitching a perfect game after 5 innings. And then I thought, this first week of the season, Baltimore's just being Baltimore, trying to lose. Well, look at him now. They have the 2nd best record in all the MLB. Maybe they were on to something because after that game, Tyler Wells has still been just as consistent. And through his first 13 starts, he has a 5-2 record with a 3.24 ERA. But whenever we're looking at just his home starts, he's been elite. Like I said, his ERA drops down to 2.49 with an impressive 0.8 whip. And yes, the Blue Jays are one of the better teams at batting in baseball, so that does make this a risky bet. But they are the 14th ranked scoring offense in the first 5 innings, only averaging 2.59 runs per game. So with Wells on the mound, I think that they might struggle to reach that average here. So give me Tyler Wells to go under the 2.5 earned runs allowed versus Toronto.
Yeah, Trey, I like it. For my pitching prop tonight, I'm going to be looking at Ryan Weathers over 2.5 earned runs allowed going up against the Cleveland Guardians. And when I say the Cleveland Guardians, people immediately think that they have a poor offense, and those people are not wrong. But the Cleveland Guardians over the last 5 games have been great offensively. They have scored 32 runs in the last 5 games, and they have not scored under 3 runs in any of those games. They should have continued success in this game going up against Ryan Weathers, who has given up 4+ earned runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. In the other 2 starts, he gave up 3 earned runs to the Miami Marlins. And in his last start, he gave up just 1 earned run to the Colorado Rockies, but only worked 3 innings in that game. Teams are getting to Ryan Weathers quick this season as well. In the last 5 games, he's only pitched 20 1/3 inning, which works out to just about an average of 4 innings pitched per game in his last 5 games. Look for the Guardians to continue their hot bats and get to Ryan Weathers early in this game. Over 2.5 earned runs will be my last play of the night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our MLB player props and game picks for Thursday, June 15th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.